Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to COD Champs. It is the prelims. It is our group stage, and we got two more games left today. I'm Guy Blaze, joined with Alley Cat. Alley, how are you?
I'm good. Long day.
It's been a long day. It's been some good games so far. And coming up next is going to be a banger as well. Two more matches left on this one, and we're about to get things underway, getting things started soon. We're going to be having Elevate is going to be here, and they're going to be rocking out, about to start playing. They're going to be playing RBL.
Which RBL is interesting because actually the previous Fire Sticks roster, they went ahead and adopted them. So I'm interested to see what they can do. We're hopping right into a frequency hardpoint.
All right, let's kick this one off. We're going to be on board with Clink of RBL. Coming through mid-map, looking to pick up a kill and getting a second one. So far, so good for these boys. Hill is going to be contested here, and both teams still fighting for control. But in the end, it is going to be Elevate getting that final kill and starting to get these ticks on the board. 30 points left in this one before that Hill rotates on over towards that control room. Starting to see RBL. They looking like they want to take another crack at it, trying to see if they can get some angles here towards mid. But you see number 2 on your mini-map, it's going to be Gunzy. He actually loses the fight for spawns in the back. Lacefield, he's going to finally fall, and these are going to be some key gunfights for Emery's.
Clink and Human Jesus actually made a really big play there by, instead of pushing those last 20 seconds, they hit the back and tried to get those spawns, but unfortunately Elevate was so close off of Scrap, the teammates were able to hit the back and help out with that takeover. But looks like we're seeing a 5 push out of RBL. They're going to be hitting out elbow, see if they can get a pick or two. Now, I do see this as one of the easier ways to break this hill. So, Gunzy with his first pick, if the rest of the team can fly in, they have the numbers, and they can trap Elevate in the back response here.
Now, they're starting to pick up these kills on Elevate. You see Too Real. He's going to come in. He's going to fall off a little bit. It is 30 points left on this hill. Still plenty of time to fight for. RBL fighting tooth and nail for everything that they can get. Elevate is just showing how the back spawns are so key for these frequency hard points. Now both these teams are going to have to make a decision on a rotation. You see number 5 on your mini map, just going to use that grapple and zoom on over to get the back spawns for Blue Hall.
I am surprised Elevate just decided to keep flooding through the back until they finally broke it instead of sending somebody elbow to maybe fight for those spawns, but they do have a fairly comfortable lead to start off this game, so maybe they're not that worried about rotation right now. They're comfortable in their break, so the first couple seconds are going to go to RBL.
So this is going to be a big hole for RBL, and this will show Elevate that, hey, you know what? We can hold off this back spawn too as well, and we can tie this one up. And just making sure that Elevate can't break it. Team kill comes through, but Too Real, he's able to make up for that one. So still Blue Hall hill control of RBL, and we're going to start to see if Elevate can break through this elbow.
Human Jesus pushed out a little bit in you there, which I wish he would have played a little deeper, because now that gives Elevate the chance to hop into plat and start doing that contest and start pre-aiming that staircase, and it looks like they will break it for a second. It does get contested, but Emruz and Perfeezy shut it down, and the last 20 seconds to go the way of Elevate. They still have a pretty comfortable lead. It looked like RBL wanted to fight for that for a couple of seconds, but they've decided to go on rotation. But Whalers waiting for them with an ICR in inner pipes. That 2-piece was incredibly important because now his teammates can flood through mid, and suddenly rotation is now on the side of Elevate.
And now Elevate is going to be set up at the generators, our 4th hill. Only 4 hills on this hard point map. We'll be going right back out to Outer Circle after this one. Elevate set up, getting some mid-map control as well. Currently, we're starting to see if RBL can break through towards that blue side of the map, and they're trying to get in, but the kills lighting up all red on that feed. It's Elevate. They fall in their favor, and they're doing good just holding this one off. But you're starting to see the spawn. So RBL, they're going to flip towards the other side of the map. Now, this isn't bad for them, considering the next 2 hills that are about to come up. That is the side that they want to attack on, that right side of the mini-map on your screen.
RBL, in theory, was trying to make a flood through mid and outer elbow, which in theory typically usually works, but unfortunately they weren't able to get the kills, and Elevate answered right back. And RBL are actually in rotation now. They thankfully didn't go for that scrap time, but I mean, they are down by so much now at this point. It is almost an 100-point game, so now RBL need to be making those decisions about scrap and getting a full 60 seconds.
And they need to be quick decisions at that. They cannot be indecisive. They're going to have some great rotations and making sure that they're listening and communicating well with each other to try to get themselves out of this hole. Currently, in the outer ring. It's 45 points left in this one. Elevate comes in a break. That's 1 kill going in favor of RBL. Make it 3 in total, and they hold this one down. They're going to wipe that Elevate push. Now, a few players. Number 9 on your mini-map is Whalers. He's trying to see if he can fight for that back spawn. Got a few players behind him. Look both ways, and 2 Real is going to make sure that he does not lose that gunfight, and they can hold these back spawns.
It looks like RBL really decided to make that decision here. All right, in this rotation right here, right now, we're going to start doing this. So Clink did get streaks. He calls the Lightning, finds 1, but there's streaks on the side of Elevate as well. Profizi looks like he's going to call his to try and break that back, which it does, which I wish RBL didn't call it that early, especially when they had the back and just waited for a clutch moment that they needed it. But Elevate now pushing in. They have spawns. Too Real has Pop War Machine, but he takes down a teammate. Profizi, unfortunately, does get taken down as well because he does not have flak on.
and you definitely want to have that on if you can afford the space in your kit, so to speak. But RBL, they're going to find 4 kills, and they're going to regain control over those back spawns. It's 39 points left in the command center. We'll see how does Elevate want to break this one, but currently RBL doing a great job at defending it. Now Believe looking to wrap around his back elbow, looking for his next target, recognizing as teammates are picking up these kills and the spawns are coming in the back. But with that kill, he's going to force the spawns on the other end of the map. But at the same time, RBL says, hey, it's cool. This is exactly what we wanted. You know, you can almost argue and say Elevate waited too long on that rotation. Now we'll see how well RBL can set up for this blue hall once again.
RBL played that really well because when it gets to around that 30-second mark, typically when you are in Orange Hill, you want to start pushing out a little bit once you see the team trying to fight for that scrap, because you're going to start forcing them to spawn in the back and you will spawn yourself out for next, and that's exactly what RBL has done. But Elevate answers right back. They flood through Plat and they get the contest and the kill, so they're like, I don't need the spawns, I'll just flood in from you, which you left wide open. But no big hill time gone to each other. Too Real is 35 off streaks. He's
the chain came through.
He was probably hoping to catch him off guard, but you gotta remember the Tempest will chain you if you get too close.
And he did get the Lightning 10 points away from the Hailstorm. And Believe is going to be fully streaked out. And that Tempest coming in handy. He's going to use the ping for the Hailstorm, but he chooses not to use it. So he's going to keep that in his back pocket, and that was a smart play. They have a good lead. It's just going to be scrap time on the rest of this hill. But by using that ping, he was able to call out to his team the rotation of RBL and what positions they were in. But he's going to use it now. Does it connect? Nope.
Now that early call of Hellstorm was actually, I thought was an incredible play because you forced them in or where your teammates would usually be waiting, but Glory answered right back with 2 and said, no, it's okay, guys. I'll break it all by myself. So RBL will get the first couple of seconds, but Believe is looking to invest all of his streaks here. Doesn't look like he finds anything. I feel like that was a little bit hasty of a streak considering their lead, but it'll keep them off the hard point for now.
Yeah, a little questionable streak usage by both these teams currently. But as you can see, Elevate still with the sizable lead. Division post is going to be used by Whalers. And so he's looking for that next target, trying to get some shots in. The Elevate will light up that kill feed, and they will now break the 200 mark. So we'll see. Going over towards Outer Hill, looking at the mini-map, the rotations are coming through. And it is going to be RBL who gets to the position first. But Ruiz and Believe are going to be there, and they're getting these kills.
Whalers, I believe, is actually 100 off of streaks, and he is on old, so we need to watch out for him because, I mean, 212 to 133. Whalers get streaks. That's kind of signing your own death wish during this map, but RBL is inside of first. They've done an incredible job of holding first as well, as we've seen in the second rotation, but like I said, Whalers 135 off. Nade from Too Real takes out 2 of his teammates. That is a dagger in the side because now there's 3 players from Elevate inside of Hill, and that broke what was a beautiful hold from RBL Esports, and now the lead slowly climbing higher and higher.
Well, hey, Elevate can win off this hill. RBL has to push it, and they got to see if they can get some contest time. But so far, so good on Elevate. They're picking up these kills, and it is still winnable. They need one more contest, and they're trying to flood through this mid-map. They don't have too much of a good angle, but we'll see if Glory can make it through the side. He has that grapple, trying to make it in. Nobody's touched it. They just want one contest. 6 seconds is needed. 5 points is needed. Can somebody do it? Can number 2 make it? It doesn't matter? Yes, it does. Elevate, they get it done. We were trying to see if they were going to have to rotate over towards the next hill, but somebody was already in there for that point, and Elevate gets it done, taking on map number 1.
I actually loved watching Whalers during the last couple seconds because he was like 130 off streaks, and like the game was already basically signed up for them to win, but he still played them so hard and played so slow and mid to get those streaks. And I thought that was just really interesting to watch, that he was so focused in getting as many advantages for his team as he could.
And you know what? You got to play that way all the way to the end. You know, sometimes, you know, you may have some teams in these hard points, so they're like, oh, yeah, we got a nice 100-point lead, and they take their foot off the pedal just a little bit, and that gives the opportunity for their opponents to come back in those series. And at Champs, you got to go 100% every series, every round. This is the last one.
And
this is the last event of the season.
I agree. In Elevate, there haven't been a big name that we've heard, you know, everybody's like, oh, Elevate's just been disgusting this year. They've been kind of average, maybe a little below, but, I mean, they are a bit of kind of like a mismatched team. Like, I wouldn't expect some of these players to play together, but obviously, as we just watched, I mean, they've meshed pretty well.
Yeah, no, they have been doing well. It was definitely a clean victory in favor of Elevate. And you got a lot of veterans on that roster. Some of these guys have played together for years. On the flip end, you know, RBL, they are the challengers here. You know, they are the underdogs in this matchup, so to speak. But as we know one thing today, the underdogs can come out and get those wins.
Especially, we have seen a lot of underdogs come out and search and destroy. And I am looking at the side of RBL because as the former Fire Sticks roster, 2 of them, I believe they're very comfortable with the open bracket scene. They've played a lot. That would be Human Jesus and Clink. Clink actually becoming very, very close to almost being a pro player in IW. So he's probably looking to get that fight to finally reach that end goal. And then I also believe, I think it's 2 of them on that side that just turned 18. So their first event, I believe, was Miami, and they placed as qualifying. So I am interested maybe later down the line how good they get, because that must feel incredible to be here today.
No, it definitely does feel incredible. You know, you start your competitive esports career, and your first event you qualify for Champs. This is some of the best experience that you can get no matter what game you're playing. But definitely curious to see how the new talent in COD is coming up, and you know how they're going to be for the future. You know, it's got a bright future ahead of us. And so but Champs this season so far today has been awesome. And map number 2, our Search and Destroy, we're going to figure out what that map is coming up next. But it's Elevate. They're looking clean in it. When it comes down to RBL, one thing that I notice is almost like a trend with some of these amateur teams is that they're very talented at Search and Destroy. Would you throw RBL in that category as well?
I would definitely throw RBL in that category. I got to watch them a little bit at Miami, and S&G just looked a little fluid for them, kind of like a little bit easy. And I feel like that's also, as you said, how a lot of AM teams are coming into today, because, I mean, you think about it, they don't get as top scrims as pro players do, so they're probably playing, you know, wagers all the time and GBs, and a lot of those based around S&D. So I'm expecting a lot of S&D prowess out of them.
Okay, we'll see if those boys can get it done, because our map number 2 is going to be Arsenal on Search and Destroy. So we'll see if they got what it takes to get another map on the board, and I know that they do, but they're going to have to dig deep and get one on Elevate and tie this series up 1-1. It is Champs, folks, and you know, especially for some of those lesser teams, you look at your pool and you're like, this is the team that we have to beat no matter what, right? Like, you might say this team's going to be a little bit more difficult, but it's one or 2 teams in a pool where you're like, we got to beat these guys. And I'm pretty sure Elevate is one of those teams for RBL, and they're going to have to give it their all. You know, I'm pretty sure they prepare for these boys.
I love this loading screen. I told Spaceman that earlier.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Always getting the tone set right to enter the map. It's map number 2, Search and Destroy on Arsenal. RBL Esports versus Elevate. And you can already see the first blood going in favor of Elevate. Snipes in the hands of Gunzy. He knows this player has to hop back into the map, but he's going to get out of dodge.
So usually in the this situation, you would see kind of like a full wrap out of RBL because they are now man down right off the bat, and they did not get first blood, but Bomb is down in close dark, so Gunzy's looking to try and play that, maybe pick it up while his teammates cause a distraction, but he's playing it very, very patiently, which is very important because he can get incredible timing on number 7, which is Believe. He picks up Bomb. He might be able to lay it. It is a 2v3, though. Excuse me, 2v2. Glory gets 2 in the back, which is actually huge because this went from an unwinnable situation to a very winnable situation for RBL, but they're very spread out. They need to be very careful about their timing, who they're met with. Speaking of Believe, does catch Glory, so now it is a 1v2 Bomb down at A.
That secondary was very, very useful for him. Got his teammate in a 1v2 situation, now turned into a 1v1. Whalers knows exactly where Gunzy is. Now, Bomb is not planted 30 seconds in a round. Whalers is going to wait for him, and he's going to prevent the plant, and he's going to go for the gunfight. Gunzy able to get the 1v2.
Incredible play by Gunzy. I mean, SOG versus ICR, you kind of see that, how that would end up usually that close in range. I'm actually curious as to why Whalers was going up and down so much on the bomb site, especially when he has an ICR. I wish he would have just kind of stayed low and tried to stick it rather than peek, because I almost feel like that gave him away to Gunzy, who was playing lobby.
All right, so round number 1 in favor of RBL offensive team is going to be Elevate. Looking at the mini-map, it's looking like they're going to opt to plant towards the B site. So we'll see. They're looking for some more intel. RBL, the defensive squad. He's going to actually catch somebody with that nade over the top, and that was a long distance one. But on the other end of the map, it's Lacefield getting some snipes for Clink.
Now you look at Emruz and Whalers. They got that information that no one's really at A, so you saw that bomb rotation slowly make its way over there. Lacefield hopefully going to get all that timing for the flank, which doesn't look like it's going to come through. Looks like it's going to be straight up lobby hit. Emruz does pick up Glory from lobby, forcing this into a 4v3. Bomb should go down here.
All right, 4v3 situation. You see Elevate. They're waiting for the prime opportunity for the plant. 28 seconds left on the clock. This nade is cooked. Oh, it blew up midair too as well, because that was definitely going down. Oh my God. Profeezy.
There's your S&D star. Profeezy. I was waiting
What
for
a triple kill that was.
That was absolutely beautiful by him. It was a little less anticlimactic than we seem to have made it, but it was
this
cooked
nade is
perfectly
cooked.
and just
Sweet potato. Boom.
Oh. That range on the frag. Whoa. Very unfortunate on the side of RBL that nobody had flak on in that situation.
Yeah, you know, and they didn't even show the third kill he got right after that one. But getting it done. So Profeezy is going to be closer. It's going to be close to those streaks. He's going to be, there you go, 475 off of that one. So offensive team is going to be RBL. You look at your mini-map. They're going to be grouping towards that B site, waiting for a prime opportunity. On the back end is Lacefield with that snipe. He's going to be waiting for him. Waiting for anybody to come around that corner, and this is going to be a 5-man push, so he should be able to get one here and put his team at a 2-man advantage.
Looks like RBL's trying to play this incredibly patient.
Oh,
Nope, it doesn't get the other one, but Bomb is with Human Jesus, and he is wrapping all the way deep to A. I don't know if there's a miscommunication there, but I mean, he left his teammates at B. I mean, sure, he might get the bomb down, and now it's a 2v3. I mean, you do have Glory on your team, so I guess, I mean, it's fine.
Hey, Glory's holding it off, and like, Glory is the key distraction. Once this bomb gets,
Oh
Glory got another one off the other.
Glory.
He just needs to know to back up. He knows that, now he knows that, okay, they're going to be running towards the other end. We finagled them, and, but the pinch, he has to be super patient.
That was a beautiful distraction. Usually I get freaked out in that situation, like, what are you doing? Y'all are split up. What is happening? But Glory played that so well, and it's so important for him to get those kills. But Human Jesus, he has to be ready. The bomb is being defused. He needs to check it.
I think they hopped off of it.
It looks like he's finally checking it, but they're still defusing.
Wow.
He stuck it. That's quote-unquote ninja diffuser. You have to check the bomb. Especially when your teammate dies. Like, you should know automatically 2v1, one's watching over the other person defusing, like get an angle or something, but
you know that you have to challenge it. You have to be in a position to peek, but even the way that he was checking his vent as if, you know, he was gonna kind of get flanked from that side. His timing was a little bit off from the time in which his teammates got killed. But you know, here Glory made some great plays. He picked up that double kill. You could tell that the communication was so-so between him and his partner, because all they had to do was play it super safe, regroup, get back to that bomb, and just watch those angles.
All right, I want to see Lacefield for a bit. He's been getting a lot of the first bloods with the sniper. I've seen his name pop up first before anybody else's, so I do want to see if he picks anything off at A. If number 3, RBL, decides to overpeak just a little bit, he might be met with the clutches of Lacefield, but they're playing this very, very careful. They know Lacefield's on the other side of this garden with that sniper.
It is. That bomb's going to be in lobby. You're going to have some gunfights there. Members of Elevate needs to push up. Whalers is going to try to get in position to help his teammate out. And he's able to get one. He gets some shots on the second one. And there's that secondary pistol once again. But Lacefield's there to clean up that kill. They know exactly, they know where these players are coming from now. Lacefield has to snipe, watching the stairs, and he gets one. He says, don't look at me.
He says, don't peek me. What you looking at?
So now they're just waiting for the remaining 2 players. They're going to have a good idea where they are. 1, 2. Believe in Whalers. Take them out. And Elevate gets another one on the board. And they're making this look easy.
Lacefield making it look easy with the sniper. I mean, he's just having a grand old time. We're going to watch it one more time if we miss that snipe. Here it is again.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Here's the snipe.
He was, oh, where
Come
he
on,
at? He
come on,
just a little bit.
Oh,
That was,
I thought he hit that. I was like,
this
no
is the
way.
longest kill count ever. Now, that was a nice shot.
That was a nice shot. That was a very long kill cam, though. I was expecting something a little more flashy.
What's the max seconds on the kill cam? I think it's like 15 seconds,
I
20?
have no idea. I just know some of them seem way longer than others. Lacefield, 6 and 2, halfway to his war machine. If we go the distance to maybe around 11, I might see it popped out.
Glory does have a need to use as well.
Glory. Trying to find something today. Unfortunately, Lacefield is not looking where he wants him to.
So RBL is going to be the offensive team. The bomb is going to be towards the B side of the map. Both teams looking for a pick. Just a little short on that one, but now Lacefield has a good idea of where he is. That nade's kind of high. Could fall in a good position to get him, but I did hear it blow up, so not going to connect with anyone. Now he's going to slowly start to back up. Now you have 3 players of RBL towards his bottom side of the map, and this bomb is in position to get planted at B. So we're slowly going to start to see the rotation now.
The timing was almost really well for RBL because it looked like Elevate was almost thinking about the rotation, and then they came back to B, but no worries. Glory has a sniper in hand, and RBL with the Maddie.
Lacefield trying to help his team on a retake. Trying to get some snipe fights here with Glory, and Glory takes him out. He says, okay, I got payback for you. And he catches the second. And the last remaining member
Everybody back up. Let Glory
Believe.
get the last one.
He's like, yeah, let me get these points.
Let me get the snipe. He's going to go for a fun old time in the sand dunes.
Going for the
They're
full
hunting.
flank.
Wait, no, he's not. I lied. He's not.
He's turning around. He's trying to see if he's getting chased. Yeah. He was looking at the right-hand side, but Believe is finally going to jump off the map and says, you know what? Not going to give away a free kill whatsoever. And RBL, they get another one on the board. So far so good. Making it interesting. Elevate the star. Glory, I'm happy he got some payback because Lacefield so far on this map has been just tearing them up. And Glory has responded to say, okay, I got to pull out this snipe and I got to hit some shots here.
I got something for you. Come here.
All right, going into round number 6. It's going to be Elevate on the offensive side. Looking to maybe prioritize the B site. 5-man rush. The only player is Glory on that side of the map who will be able to see anything of this push coming, and he does have snipe as well. So Glory is going to be looking for that first pick if he can see anything. He's going to get a body shot on Lacefield. That's going to back him up, but he gets the intel that he wanted. The question is, did the player hop in for that bomb plant? The bomb is planted now. So RBL, they have to defuse this, and it's going to be a 4v4 situation. And as I said, Glory has something for him.
Lacefield did too, though, because he did pick up 2, so it's a 3v2. Number 3, though, hitting from the back. Be patient. That's too real. Nobody's turned around for him. He almost had great timing, but he got stunned. I believe that was his own teammate's stun.
That stun Clink right
Yeah,
there towards the back
pretty
end.
Sure. He was hard stunned in the back, and nobody had that information until they turned around. So I'm pretty sure it was the teammate that stunned him there. So that is very unfortunate.
Little mishaps there on RBL that can cost you a round. Good shots there out of Lacefield, picking up those 2 kills, getting some damage in, cleans up the second.
I mean, that was a good flank. I mean, 2Real, none of them returned for him. It's just very unfortunate that he got stunned there.
I wonder who had threw that one, but in this one, going into round number 7. Right? Because his stun is at the bottom.
Out. Oh my God, he stunned himself.
Mishaps.
We don't talk about it, Clink. It's fine. We don't talk about it.
We didn't see nothing. The mid-map push is coming. 2Real is gonna take a peek first. You can kind of see the nade cooked in the hand of Elevate, so that's gonna be a dud. But they did have the intel, at least of one player, where he was gonna peek from. The lobby fight is starting. Getting some shots in. Both teams using their utility. But here's the push from RBL. They're going to flood through. Now Elevate needs to decide how they want to come clean this one up. RBL left one player behind in that middle lab to kind of watch their backs. And Emery's is finally going to... They actually wasn't able to catch him off guard, but the bomb does get planted.
I kind of wish Gunzy kept playing that, because had he slid out when that his minimap lit up, that's the player was shooting at A site, he could have easily gotten that kill, but it will be a 2v2, but they have the information. One's in lobby. 2Real hits the shot punch, not the 2v1. It's all to believe.
Okay.
Unfortunately, can't do it. Teammate gets taken out, but...
Yeah, the damage was in. And if RBL had lost that round, they would have been so disappointed, because... you know, the way that they started that one off, they were pushing as a unit. They flooded through the middle map. They had one guy watching a flank. They was able to get those kills on top of that B site, and everything looked good there. You know, you definitely don't want to lose that one in a 1v2 clutch. But tied up currently 4-4, and going into round number 9, we'll see if Elevate can get that match point.
I'm very happy to see that's not kind of like just one-sided.
4-3, by the way.
It's pretty back and forth. I do want to see a little bit more out of Human Jesus and Clink. They are 1-5 and 1-6. That is 2-11 combined. So hopefully we see a little bit more of a pickup from them. See RBL win a couple more rounds here.
Both teams have a strong presence here in mid-lab. No kills just yet on either end. The bomb's going to be there as well. RBL making a decision just to kind of back up. Didn't like how that fight was feeling. Just going to spread out, get a few players to watch the B side. They're going to have a few at A. But this same push, Elevate is responding. This is the exact same push that RBL did the round before. And this time, Elevate is going to be able to rush through on that site. They should be able to get a plant at A. Bomb goes down, and it's RBL on the retake.
Now, Gunzy is going to try and go for that flank. He probably will catch number 8, which was Emruz, and he did. So that's now 2 down. It's now 3v3 because of that flank out of Gunzy, but Whalers answers right back. But still, after all the trades go through, it's still a 2v2. Bombs planted for Elevate. They have the information. Gunzy is there because they touched him a little bit with that frag. And time is not on RBL side right now. There's 18 seconds.
Good heads-up play by Profizi to notice that cross there. And he's going to get the melee punch as well for the second kill. Elevate match point. One more on the board, and that'll be up 2-0. But let's see if RBL can respond and get these 2 rounds. Can they force the round 11? They definitely don't want to be down 2-0 in this series.
I'm not going to say anything and jinx it, but we've seen complete round wins before. We've seen the full sale, so maybe we can see something come out of RBL here in these last couple of rounds.
Maybe we can. You know, just taking a cross and looking at that utility. Clink is 1-7. Human Jesus is 1-6. You definitely want to see some production out of those guys, a little bit better production. But Glory, he's 10-7 on the squad, and he's been trying to get it done for him. He's been sniping. Lacefield on the other end, sniping for Elevate. He's 10-4. We've seen both of these guys kind of have a battle throughout this map over the last 8 rounds.
And this is typically what we see when it comes to a match point on either side is everybody starts playing incredibly slow. Everybody starts playing incredibly patient because they're both feeling that this, Elevate maybe not so much that this is it, but RBL very much feeling that this is the round. This is the round that we have to win. We have to play it perfect. You know, nobody over chow, nobody wide peak, and you really see that in their gameplay right now in the mini-map.
I appreciate, I appreciate the back and forth between Glory and Lacefield. Glory's like, I got to hit this shot, and I'm going to keep trying.
Looks like he finally, nope, he still hasn't
No,
given up
he's
on
like,
Lacefield.
I got to give it a different look.
Lacefield was like, no, I'm off the scene.
Like, this is like playing with fire, but the kills come through in the lobby. Gunzy gets a double, and they manage to clean up the remaining members of Elevate.
And I believe Gunzy came through mid there again. He's done a really good job of kind of trying to get behind the players and hit them from unexpected spots. And Elevate needs to be a little bit more prepared for that. See both of them just get shot in the back or side. You know, you need to communicate that somebody needs to be watching your back at all times.
And that's the situation, too. I want to say the bomb was even planted, too, as well. And they're the defensive team. You got 3 guys alive. You know, get those key positions. Watch the back stairs. You know, watch the lobby. Watch your flank and get as much intel as you can. Going into round number 10, it's going to be another lobby rush from Elevate. So the bomb's in middle. Good spread by both these rosters. Checking to see if anybody's going to trigger that door and come through the window. Profizi wants to chase this one down. He gets in, but now he's getting tagged through the wall. And there you go. First blood in favor of RBL. And second blood as well. That's 2 real with a double kill.
Excellent play by RBL. They're playing that lobby, kind of pushed up, waiting for a slide in, because now bomb's down in lobby. I don't know if RBL knows that or knows that that information is there, but number 4, Human Jesus, he hopefully will not give up that line of sight because bomb is right next to him in lobby, and Elevate need to find a way to get it, and they're pushing the front heavy.
And I don't think he knows because of that push down there towards the bottom end. Between, you know, Gunzy and Klink, because if they would have known that bomb was down there in the lobby, they would have been like, oh, okay, you know, let's just back up, you know, watch middle, watch the flank around turret side, and pick this one up.
That's unfortunate. I definitely don't feel like I see a lot of AMs nowadays, like looking at the ground, seeing if bomb's down. I feel like not a lot of people play around that nowadays. And Lacefield actually does get his War Machine. He pops it out, but there is a trophy, but it is a 1v3. He does get taken down. Human Jesus, second map, now going the way of Elevate.
All right, Elevate. They come through and they get it done. Taking map number 2, and they're going to be up 2-0 in this series. RBL seems like they've hit a few good rounds, but they need a better consistent team effort.
I agree. They definitely need to be a little bit more consistent all around, especially slaying-wise. Because, yes, you had Glory kind of going off and being that S&D star.
But Klink and Human Jesus.
You'll need, I mean, you just need to pick it up. Of course, we don't know the EKIA. We don't know if their team shots or other damage were just there and the kills weren't. However, real kills honestly matter a little bit more, so hopefully we can see a little bit more out of them coming into control.
Real kills definitely matter a lot more. Elevate up 2-0 in this series. We're going to go throw it to a quick commercial break here soon, but when we come back, we're going to have map number 3 control, Elevate versus RBL. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Call of Duty Championship. We currently have RBL versus Elevate happening now on the Delta stream. Elevate up 2-0. I'm Blaze, joined with Ali, and we have had a great day so far. Day number 1 at Champs, and we have one more match to go after this one, but we are heading into map number 3, Control on Arsenal.
All right, so this is where RBL really need to show up, right? This is kind of, it's not do or die, it's pool play. All right, it's still very important, but obviously it's not win or lose, you get sent home. But I really hope RBL can turn it around during this map.
No, I really hope they can as well and make it a series, but it's been so far all Elevate in this one. But we're going to be kicking this one off with Human Jesus rocking that ICR. He's going to have to get things started off in a big way for his team and lock it down. It's going to be Elevate, the offensive team, RBL, the defensive team, and it's looking like Elevate is going to, they're spreading out for map control, going to check these events, but it's like they're probably going to prioritize this A hill first.
I wonder if it was a little bit of a communication mishap there, because it looked like they were going for maybe a slow B push or fast B push, but then they decided not to and rotated back, which also gave time for RBL to check B and come back to A. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. Hopefully in this life round they can pick it back up and decide on where they want to hit. But pay attention to number 2. That's Believe making his way towards the B site.
Yeah, he's rotating over, starting to get some points on it. Gonna see the players of RBL flood him, but that should give his team the opportunity to be able to push into A. So Believe was more so of a distraction out there on B, gave his team the opening that they needed, and you started to see they're almost done capturing the second tick on the 8-point, looking for that third.
RBL has definitely chalked picking back A, and they've set up completely for defense on the B site, but Emrys finds Glory in the back, so now they're trying to take control of spawns here. That is Elevate. You see pushing, trying to find those RBL people, RBL players, and they do find one. They have the information on the second one. This could look bad for RBL because they'll be stuck in their spawn at this point, but Too Real, number 8 on your mini-map, pushed up on the side of Elevate spawn. He might be able to catch Emrys. He does. And now they have to worry about him off the spawn.
The kills go in favor of RBL, 21v21. Tie game here on the lives. And now we'll see who's going to end up getting this next kill. 11 a minute left in this one. So look at the top rotation. You're going to see the rotation at the map, and Elevate starting to rotate around and get a pinch.
Believe looks like he's waiting for somebody to push that mid, maybe push up that spawn again, or get lobby control once his team pushes the back, and all the kills are going the way of Elevate right now. And there's only 2 players on the B side, so if they can get these kills, it's looking very dangerous for RBL, but Too Real grabs a 2-piece with his cluster, and that just stops the push completely. Life count 18-17, but only 40 seconds for Elevate to get in.
Only 40 seconds. Let's see if they can make it through. So far, RBL, you know, good defensive stand. They've done a great job spreading this map out, getting this fight as far away from the B hill as possible, and now Elevate's in a difficult situation. They got to flood towards this hill. Only 20 seconds left to get in.
Glory got very bad timing there, hopping out a window, and suddenly 3 players will turn his way, but it doesn't matter. 13 seconds, no one is close enough. Elevate, I believe, just played this a little too slow. It's not like life count is insane, but Emrys is close enough. He needs to slide in, though. It's 4 seconds. He does have Glory looking right down at him, but it gives him time for Provizi to hop in, but he does get taken down, and Elevate, I feel like it all happened when that first kind of push came through. It was a little wishy-washy of what they were going to do. In Control, you kind of need to be fast in a way. Unless you're trying to fake a push and full hit another one, you need to be quick in your decisions, and it didn't look like Elevate was.
Cannot be indecisive. Just a little update. I do believe Gen G did lose again. I don't know who they were playing, but I definitely saw sad faces. So that's Gen G to go 0-2 on day 1. Anything can happen, folks.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to say I kind of called it, but we're not talking about Genji. We're talking about
Elevate and
RBL
RBL.
versus RBL. We'll talk about my predictions later.
All right. So now, as we're going to see on board here with Lacefield, RBL getting in the first round on that one. So we're going to start to see RBL actually make a flood towards the B hill. They're going to get 1 tick in. So They can get this tick and they can choose to back up if they want to, but you're just gonna see the back slap by Human Jesus on Lacefield. He's able to pick up that kill. Clink gets another one, and this B point is almost done being captured. Elevate making a conscious decision and say, hey, you know what? Let's just go set up at the A point. We just gotta give up that B hill.
Now, this is honestly a bad situation for Elevate because, yeah, life count isn't that bad. Yeah, they still have A, but you never want to give up B that early in a round because A is such a hard point to defend because, I mean, one good push and it's done. It's over. You are not getting back in there unless you have, like, a grab slam or something to invest into it, which I don't see on the side of Elevate, so they need to play this perfect and not let RBL get in at all.
Because there's really just two main points in which you can look at. You got these entry doors from the kitchen and the lobby, and you can say window coming in from turret. So one of those 2 points, well, 2 of those 3 points is really all you got to focus on. And as long as you got good teamwork, you can definitely have a solid foundation on holding this hill. And that's why you say you kind of need the grab slam to come in. But you see RBL trying to make some plays to get in, little by little. Elevate winning some gunfights, but RBL still does not have any ticks on his 8 point.
And this is it for RBL right now. They're inside. They're getting a couple kills. Human Jesus takes down his teammate, but that was almost scary for a moment because I saw Elevate flooding in through lobby and suddenly RBL pushing through the right side, but they didn't push fast enough.
Did not push fast enough at all. Now, no points left. 16 v 16. You see both teams just trading off these shots, just trying to see if they can get an edge. Elevate, they're sitting pretty. They just need to make sure that they keep this hill defended. But it's RBL who is trying to find that opening, and they get a few kills that go their way, Allie.
Glory's 1 kill off of Grab Slam. This could be it. If RBL really want to take it and invest what they can here to go up 2-0, Glory needs to get that 1 kill. And they could very easily slide right into this 8 point, but they don't need it because Glory gets 2 without needing the grab slam. Unless he gets taken down and taken down fast, Elevate are looking to go down 2-0.
RBL responded in this control. 28 seconds left. They got 2 ticks. Elevate, they need to get in. They need to respond. And like you said, the grab slam is already in their back pocket just in case. Didn't even need to use it. RBL goes up 2-0, map number 3, but they are down 2-0 on the series count. So a long road ahead of them, but this is such a great start.
Like I said, that A hill is so hard to defend, and that's why, you know, typically pro players and top AMs give it up so easily because that's where the first push usually hits. And once you get that first clean wipe on A, you might as well sign your goodbyes because that A point is gone, and that's exactly what RBL did. They got in, they got the kills, they took the point incredibly fast, and Glory didn't even have to use his grab slam.
They had plenty of time to work in there and get that A hill, and they used it all, made sure, waiting for them to get the right amount of kills that they needed, and it all worked out for them, working as a unit. It is going to be RBL, the defensive team, and Elevate is going to be the offensive roster. It's looking like Elevate is going to focus on the A hill first, still getting intel, sitting back, and now Lacefield is going to let them know what they need to do. Great cluster to block off the door, and now both teams, they're attacking each site simultaneously. So as Lacefield hops on B, you see the rest of the players push up and start putting some ticks in on A, forcing RBL to have to make a decision on which hill that they want to defend.
RBL has already decided to chalk it. Like I said earlier, once they get that good push in and they have a couple people on point, typically you want to chalk it and just focus on defending B, and that is exactly what RBL is doing right now. They are set up in exits. Number 9 is going to get timing. Human Jesus is going to find M. Ruiz. I don't know if he'll get the kill. Maybe. He backs up a little bit and plays his life, but they're ready for this next hit after A gets capped.
They're set up nice and pretty, and they did a great job on their first round win on their defensive round, and they held it off. So Elevate's going to be grouping towards back turret. Look at them wrap around the back end of the map. RBL, they're waiting for them, but now you got to hit those shots. And Elevate, they managed to get one. Still going to keep wrapping around, try to get some of these kills in spawn.
We're on board with Profizi. Looks like they're trying to make the life lead a little bit more intense. They're not really focused on the hill right now, which is something we saw Envy do earlier and kind of decide to play their spawns and play some life kills and wait for the team. as you just saw Gunzi almost do, back up in the spawn to help them back there. And I mean, nobody's on the hill right now. Technically speaking, Elevate could slide in and start taking it. Number one, Lacefield, he needs to get in as long as he wins the gunfight against Glory, but that's not as easy said as done. Whalers actually has a lightning, calls it in, he finds a teammate, unfortunately, but this is a very important start to see if Elevate can make this 1-2-3 round win on control.
And this is where it starts. Wasn't able to use much of the streak, but Glory finally does opt to use the grab slam. Plus for Elevate is that they did get one tick in. So they did get a tick in, and they have 1 minute and 11 seconds to finish off the rest of that. And we'll see. It's looking like they want to group up and try to push through middle, maybe wrap around. Number 8, 2 Real is waiting for these guys. He's able to pick up one. He picks up a double from the window at turret. And now he's going to keep rotating around. And the life lead is in favor of RBL. This is their map to close out right now.
RBL have done a fantastic job this entire control. Their response to everything Elevate does have just been so clean, so decisive, and this is that consistency that we needed to see out of them. I mean, Lightning came in, yeah, whatever. Glory answers with a 2-piece grab slam. War is being invested. RBL 100% expect to win it here.
Patience by 2 Real with this War Machine. Not going to waste any more shots. But he knows that a few players are back there. He's not worried about it. He's just making sure that they cannot touch the hill. And I think he's fully confident that a wrap is coming from around the map. And so now he's going to put his attention in these directions. Able to take out Lacefield. 13 seconds left. 3 members of Elevate looking to flood in through lobby. But Gunzi, he gets the double kill. And that should be all she wrote in this map. Is going to be RBL getting their first map on the board. And cutting the deficit down by 1. So still 2-1 in favor of Elevate, but RBL doing a good job in this one.
RBL looked very, very good in that control, and that's honestly not something I expected out of them. I didn't know they were such a good control team, but I mean, they picked Elevate apart no matter what good team pushes Elevate through at them. They were ready, so I'm happy to see that they still have the confidence to win and go up a map.
Nah, they definitely showed that they're not out of it just yet. You got to be resilient. You're going to find yourselves in similar situations where you're going to be down 2 maps, but you got to just say, hey, squad, let's wake up. Wake up. Let's start playing at our full potential and get some maps on the board because you cannot just go out like that and go out 3-0. You don't want to do that to the morale of your team. So far, they're fighting on this one. Map number 4 coming up next. It's going to be hard point. And on the first hard point, it was Elevate who won that one, 250 to 170. We'll see if they can close it out on the next one. Elevate, I feel like they, I was going to say, I feel like they took their foot off the gas a little bit, but RBL, I think they just beat them up. RBL just really just beat them up on that map, and we'll see if they can force that game 5.
No, I agree, and we did let known that we are playing Seaside Hardpoint, and Twitch knows how much I love Seaside Hardpoint.
I don't know how much you love Seaside Hardpoint. This is the first Seaside Hardpoint that we would have saw today, but we know how influential that Fountain Hill can be on that map.
Yes, Third Hill is so important. Getting those deep back spawns and holding that 60 seconds. I mean, once you have a hold on that hill, I mean, you can take a lead and completely run with it.
Yep. We'll see what both these teams want to do. And I'm excited to actually watch some Seaside Hardpoint, see if RBL can force that map number 5. When it comes down to some of the key players on RBL, I would say 2 Real was really in that map the guy that says, hey, you know what? I'm not going out like this. He had a lot of influential double kills, and I feel like he really got his team to really get going.
Yeah, he wasn't a player as like Glory, who was just like doing some insane things on the map, but he's that player that gets those important kills because there's those players that, yeah, their stats they may not be too insane, or they might not be getting the coolest looking 2 or 3 pieces, but they're getting the important ones, and that's what really helps the team is being that support under all the other ones.
Yeah, getting those important kills and being annoying around the map when you can, being able to, let the rest of the team fight as a group, but you can kind of still roam, pick up a few kills off spawn and just force the enemy team to have to look for you and always, keep their head on a swivel, so to speak. And, so RBL, we'll see if they can get this map 4 win and do this game 5.
Hopefully they'll take the momentum and kind of run with it here. But I do actually want to look at our pool standings, if that is possible, as I ask that, because we've heard a lot of upsets. I believe Genji might have just lost again.
Yeah, it's a team war, I think. I don't know what the map count was on that one, but just the fact is that, they're just not having a good tournament coming out of here.
Well, Team War actually didn't have a very good first series today. We did expect a little bit more out of them, so it's good to hear that later in the day they are finally kind of warmed up and taking it back. I did say earlier that I felt like Gunji just didn't have the experience at Champs. They didn't have those veterans on their team to really take control of the map. So
That's a
hearing
good way to.
that,
That's the. You know what? I didn't think about that because champs is a big moment. You know, this is a big event, and if you're not ready for that, that can overshadow. You don't want it to overshadow. Your preparation, but that moment it could be bigger than your team.
I mean, at Champs, you've heard it before, everybody plays different. Like, Apathy, we saw earlier, just became a monster on the map when, he hasn't had the best season so far. But, it's like we're seeing a whole new person now, and I feel like we're going to see that out of a lot of players.
Yeah, we definitely are. I'm excited for it. Yeah, you can't come to this event and say, oh, you play great the rest of the season. You're constantly making it to finals. And you got a good flow for your team, but you can't say, "Oh my God, it's champs! It's the greatest event of the year," and just keep making it just hover over all your progress throughout the rest of the season. You gotta say, "Oh, it's just another event."
Yeah.
We know what we've been doing all year. Okay, we've been practicing, we've been preparing, we've been making it to these finals, and we've been making these adjustments. And you got to come into this event with that same mentality.
Well, you gotta think in their mentality, they're expected to do better. Genji has been a team that's been constantly creating upsets and just being phenomenal. And sure, they've had their couple of downfalls, but they've always picked it back up and just shown that they deserve to be here. And hearing how their champs run has gone so far, it is only pool play. So we'll hold our tongues for a little bit, but it is a little disappointing coming out of them.
But think about just the upsets that can just happen. So just hypothetically, if they did end up in the losers bracket, just still having a team that's that dominant is going to just cause for some crazy matchups on that half of the bracket, and that's where you might start seeing your upsets. Start seeing some teams leave earlier than you expect.
Some definite serious storylines being created today in pool play, but time to hop back right into our game, Elevate versus RBL. We are hopping into Seaside Hardpoint.
Here we go. Both these teams, it's Elevate. If you're just joining us, folks, they're up 2-1 in this series. We'll see if they can close it out, or if RBL can force that map number 5. It's been an exciting day of Call of Duty action across all 4 of our streams. If you guys are watching on Twitch, make sure you guys check out the squad stream. Be able to check out Alpha, Charlie, Bravo, and Delta at the same time and just seamlessly be able to switch between all 4 and get that audio as well. Definitely the best way to watch this group play.
All right, break off first. Already looking like it's going inside of Elevate as it lights up red, although one was Lacefield. Whalers holding down that outer. First couple of seconds, they're going to go to Elevate. If you pay attention to the break on the mini-map, Profizi actually slid in the mid. They gave up a couple of seconds, but only to prepare for the retake. Whalers hopefully keeping an eye on the outer as 3 players from RBL are trying to cause commotion, but Emrose picks up 3.
Yeah, he's able to get those 3 in, and now he finds another double there as well. So Emrose is just, he's in his first hard point, and he's doing a good job picking up these kills, staying aggressive too as well. So Elevate looking to push it out just a little bit more, but they're trying to rotate and get over towards that next hill. Emery's is going to have that lightning strike and just 1 kill, 70 points away from getting that Hellstorm.
Emery's is 6-0. 6-0 off of first hill, so he's making some noise. This is his map. He does get the Hellstorm and calls it right away. I love the play. They know where the team is going to be. Looks like he's going for that little bend into barrels, and he will find one. Beautiful break for Elevate. Looks like they are already taking this hill and starting to run with it. However, they do have to deal with RBL coming through barrels. As you can see, Ake's connected. He's trying to learn some strats from RBL, who's broken that hill so beautifully.
All right, and now, as you can see right there, you're going to have RBL. They're getting a little bit of extra time off that hill, but rotating towards Fountain already, towards that end of the map, is going to be, I want to say, yeah, that's RBL. Yep, they're going to be in the back spawn. So, good early rotation by these guys. And before this, we talked a little bit about how important this Fountain Hill is.
It is very important, but Emery still has a lightning strike, so they don't have to be worried about it just yet until that lightning gets invested and gets wasted. But, I mean, his teammates did an incredible time of just pushing through and retaking that break. and they know where RBL is spawning. Emery is just trying to play a little slow at first, get that information, be able to peek in and help his teammates out. Elevate has just done an incredible job of breaking, but RBL is answering right back, but they don't have the back spawn, so now they have to hold it from the front, which is honestly more difficult than it sounds.
No, it's definitely extremely difficult. Those back spawns have the height advantage over the Fountain Hill, and any shooter that you're playing, a height advantage is always the best advantage. So we're going to see the rotation down towards the bottom end of the map, trying to get towards the, secure out that barrel hill, pushing out towards Garden just a little bit. Got one kill, looking for the second. Can he get the third? He cannot. But 2Real doing a little bit of damage there, allowing his team to get in position to get set up for barrels.
And the most important thing is about that last hill, Emery did not use his lightning, so he still has that for next rotation. And that's something that you need to be very aware of on this map is when you get streaks, you don't necessarily want to really use them on first, second, or fourth hill. You kind of want to basically focus them for a third hill if possible, especially if the game is not that close, as Elevate is still up about 40 points. But it looks like it could change here as RBL is in control of barrels at this moment. Emery stuns himself, but he still picks up one.
Yeah, when you're especially when a game's early, within 100 points, you know, no point of using those streaks that soon. You know, you never know unless you're about to overlap, because you never know if you may not get them again. But if you know, if you could use them to get a good setup on that Fountain Hill maybe early on, guarantee yourself a good, you know, maybe 50 points, 45. That could be worth it. But as you can see now, it's Elevate with a 30-point lead. We're about to go to our second rotation of hills, and we're going back towards the fish stand. So we'll see who can hold this one off. Currently, it's RBL in there, and they're starting to get fortified.
RBL has definitely been beating Elevate a lot on these first starts of rotations, but I mean, Elevate's just been answering right back, breaking the hills, and doing it so easily and so quickly. So RBL's only been able to get those first couple of seconds, but they did force Emery's to use his lightning, which I'm a little worried about going into, obviously, the third hill, because they didn't even early rotate last rotation around, but hopefully we'll see a little bit more out of them this upcoming.
So Emery's is going to be using that fire break, and he is going to have that specialist. You know, we see a lot of players love using that for the barrels hill because it's such close and confined areas. You know, pretty much a lot of the hills on this map is outside of that fountain one, I would say. We'll see when he chooses to use that. But that's the only specialist. And as I say that, Lacefield, he's going to have his War Machine, and Profizi's going to actually have his Grab Slam. So a lot of utility to be used on the side of Elevate, and we'll see how they choose to invest that soon. Now we're rotated on over to the Garden Hill where Elevate is set up.
We finally saw an early rotation out of Elevate, and they were playing a very deep rotation to make sure they get those spawns. So I love that play out of them, forcing RBL to push through front in Church, but nobody's in Church right now. Number one, Lacefield, he's a little worried with barrels right now, but it looks like he's finally checking Church, and RBL's spawning close. I mean, they're spawning first, so they could easily flood out the back here, but this almost creates a very good situation for Elevate, because when they die, they're going to spawn out for new, and RBL could be creating their own demise right now.
Light it up, red. Elevate.
Created their own demise.
Great hold. And now they can choose to back up, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to say, hey, you can have the last few seconds. Oh, Tempest action.
Oh, my God.
I think he caught the chain off the other end. Lacefield is still there, so they kept two, and they popped the Tempest to keep the members of RBL spawning towards that end of the map while they sent, you know, Profizi, Whalers, and Maurice towards the fountains to get set up on that side of the map.
So now that is three streaks on the side of Elevate, and they don't even need to break the back for third hill. They already have it, so they don't even need to save them for that. Honestly, going to this next rotation just to close it out, they can start calling those in pretty early. I was a little worried when Believe pulled out that Tempest. I was like, there's like 10 seconds. Why are you
like, why
this?
are you turning around?
And then suddenly the lightning popped up and everything connected and made sense.
It's like,
so,
oh, I get it now.
Layfield calling in the Hellstorm right off the bat, making sure that they get this time. He finds one. He might find the second one on Human Jesus. He does.
Good few kills to protect the spawns at the back fountain, which is going to guarantee themselves, you know, a good few points to kind of break that 200 mark. But they won't be able to break it on that hill. Just 13 points left in it. Elevate is going to start to rotate out, maybe get themselves in barrel, and we'll probably see Emery's use that fire break, use that flamethrower.
And of course, we see Elevate, like we're talking about this so much, they have all these streaks and they're getting all these good pieces and breaking so well. But I mean, now it's a bit further, but it was only like a 30 to 40 point game, so it wasn't looking terrible for RBL. But Elevate's obviously starting to get in a roll. Profizi finds 3, unfortunately, one was his teammate. And
It'd be like that sometimes.
It'd be like that sometimes. They strafe in front of you and it's over. Profizi invests the grab slam. There's only Vision Pulse on the side of RBL and it has not been used, but Tempest has been popped. Human Jesus did find 2. He looks like he finds a 3rd, but Emery's, he has the fire breakout, but he gets taken down by 2 Real. This is looking a lot better for RBL, especially if they can get these last couple seconds of scrap.
Yeah, great response there by RBL because Profizi lit up the kill feed, got a good grab slam, but that Tempest came in clutch there for Human Jesus. So they're going to give up the rest of that scrap time. That's going to put Elevate in the 200, past the 200 mark. So we're going to be rotating our heels back towards the other end of the map. This is going to be our 3rd rotations. We're going to go towards Fish. And as you see, all those blue arrows on your mini-map, they're going to be set up. It's RBL with the early rotation. We'll see if they can get back and cut that deficit just a little bit more and get back into this game.
And of course, we were all a little worried and looked a little scary that Elevate fought those last 20 seconds in barrels. But then you remember that they have streaks to break new, so it's not like they need that early rotation so they can fight for those last seconds of scrap to try and further their lead more. So Lacefield making noise. He still has his War Machine. Actually has not popped it yet, which could really help him out in this hill to try and close it out. But only 32 seconds left. They will not be able to win it here, but hopefully we'll see an early rotation out of them.
Yeah, he definitely can opt to choose to hold that one if he wants for a hill in which he knows that they can end the game on. Still has not popped it, and I think they're going to just save that for the Garden Hill. You're starting to see both these teams kind of fight for it. Number 1 is Lacefield. He says, you know what, let me just back up a little bit. He's trapped between a rock and a hard place. Now, believe he's in church, waiting for the right time to go in, waiting for his teammates to get a little bit closer to him. They're going to be patient. They know that RBL is set up, but just 16 points needed for Elevate to close this map out.
And I bet Elevate definitely want to close it here on this hill, just in case RBL does decide to do that early rotation, because they don't have any more streaks on the side of Elevate. So if RBL, you know, get this hill, get the last couple seconds of scrap time and rotate and get that early that early spawn onto 3rd hill, then that's looking a lot more dangerous for Elevate, and this game becomes a little bit closer, even though it's such a large deficit right now. And it's looking like Elevate's gonna have to be a little worried at this moment. It is 240 to 170. Hopefully they can break it and win it here, but Lacefield looks like he's already prepping to hit the back. But like I said, RBL is doing that early rotation. Number 9, that was Human Jesus making his way towards the back, but looks like he needs to help his team. Lacefield finding another lightning strike, though. This no longer looks like a game RBL is be able to win.
Yeah, you know, you're going to see that early rotation. Elevate just 10 points needed to take this map. They're going to be in position. Lacefield finds one. Whalers gets another as well. But the streaks being used very well there by RBL, and they're in a position to get this game. They have the back spawns here for Fountain. Both teams trading out on kills, and you're gonna have that Tempest popped as well so far. RBL, can they keep up this production? Whalers looking for this kill. It's gonna be huge, and he gets it. Just 7 points needed here for Elevate. And you see the remaining few players of RBL trying to flood in through that barrels. 4 points needed for Elevate. Just when you thought they can do it, Elevate closes this game out. Seals the series 3-1.
That breakout of Elevate was incredible. Excuse me, that delay a little bit made it look like Lacefield got streaks, but it was actually Glory, and so that's where it got dangerous. Like I said, RBL got that early rotation, and they almost brought it back, but
that
Elevate clutched it up.
That Hailstorm had a great connection back there, was able to get those spawns for RBL, but like you said, Elevate, they clutched up, and they got it done. So you can add that win to the book for Elevate, and I do believe they'll be 1-1 so far for the day. RBL, they put up a good fight, but Elevate, they were the veteran team, and they got it done.
Elevate shown what hopefully they should have. And RBL, like you said, I do expect them to go into the rest of the day and tomorrow a little bit confident. Obviously, you're not too happy coming out of that series, but they really started to push it in the end. That's when, you know, comms get really crazy, and that's where kind of like reaction comes in. It's not so much more like playing the game, it's just what's already in body memory that you're doing. It's literally just pure instincts in those last moments of a game, and RBL shown that they had that skill and talent to kind of contest that win.
Yes, they did. All right, that was a good matchup. Congratulations to Elevate. That's going to be it for myself and Allie for now. But coming up, we got one more match left in the day. Don't go anywhere.